When we talk about paint protection, I think it's key to know that we're not just wiping wax on the car and wiping it off. We're taking the time to cure the paint. Paint cures unevenly. Years ago they took the leads out of the paints. Now they're soft and porous. And like I said, they cure unevenly. They have lots of peaks and valleys. So the first step in our process is the neutralizer. And the neutralizer just neutralizes the pH in any acid rain. When the pH in acid rain will start to burn and chalk the paint, and it'll hide in those valleys of the paint, and it'll start to burn away at it. So the second step is the clay bar, and as you can see, I'm just wiping this clay bar over the car. It's like silly putty. It bonds and moves around on the painted surface. It's going to remove any pollutants, rail dust, any hard deposits that have gotten on the paint. As I go over this hood, I want to make sure that this clay bar glides smoothly over the surface. That way then I know I've gotten up all the excess pollutants. It kind of makes sense that you'd want to clean a surface before you're going to seal it, and we're cleaning it thoroughly using the clay bar and the neutralizer product. So as I go over this again, I'm just trying to get up any sticky areas. I know there's some excess pollutants on that surface, maybe some rail dust, maybe some other chemicals from the transport here. You know, the manufacturers put the plastic sheets on the cars, so they obviously know that there's harmful contaminants out on the roads in transport, and they want to make sure they're protecting it, and they're putting, you know, physical paper on the car. So a paint sealant is obviously a necessity, especially in the Minnesota climate. You can wipe this down quick. Take a nanotechnology paint sealant. When I say nano, it just means tiny molecules. I talked about peaks and valleys earlier. We want to fill in those valleys of the paint with a small molecule. The larger molecules of the past, the waxes, they sit on top of the paint, and after 10 to 15 times the car gets wet, or anywhere from 120 to 140 degrees, the old paint sealants were not working. So now with our nanotechnology paint sealant, it'll stand up to 550 degrees of temperature, and I'll show you how that works in a second. So we used a low-speed orbital buffer to apply the product. We don't want to use a high-speed buffer because those are used for correcting problems. Obviously on a new car paint, we don't want to burn or swirl the paint, so we use that machine to accelerate the nanotechnology paint sealant into the valleys of the paint. So I wipe it down quick. As you can see, it's already coming out, nice shine. But really the thing we're promising is environmental protection. Again, it's tree sap, bird droppings, mosquito etching, road salt, all that fun stuff Minnesota has to offer in our extreme conditions. To show how well that works today, I can take this black spray paint, take a little bit of that right there on the hood, and burn that on there.
It stops Minnesota force.
With a bottle of the cleaner renewer that we give out to the customer, they can take care of little problems, little bits of tree sap and bird droppings. I'll show how well that works. So I can take it there, wipe down that surface, and get off all that spray paint with ease. And like I said, that temperature gets up to 550 degrees on the surface of the paint. So those days that your car's outside and that paint's heating up at 120 to 140 degrees, the wax that's protecting your vehicle is dissipating. With our nanotechnology paint sealant, it's a one-time application, 7-year warranty against any environmental damage. Wipe it down, as you can see, not even a remnant.